Okay, Pops, it is 2021. Heck, someone might be watching this in 2022. It is incredibly difficult to buy a car right now, especially without dealer BS, add-ons, fees, additional dealer markup, things like that. Today, we're going to put you in the hot seat. I'm going to show you some examples of deals that our YAA community members are trying to make and how you would interact with the person on the other end to negotiate the BS off of them. Does that sound fair?
Yes, sounds like you're about to put me on the spot, and I'm the man for it.
Perfect. Okay, so let's start here with Joe from Florida. He was working a Toyota Sienna car deal, Pops. I'm going to zoom this up nice and big for you.
I can see it now. Yes, yes.
He's trying to buy a 2022 Toyota Sienna. We've heard from community members like Igor that Toyota Siennas used with 30 to 40,000 miles are selling above their original MSRP at the wholesale auction. So kudos to Joe in Florida for trying to buy a new one. We've got a trade-in, and we've got the out-the-door price over here to the right, Pops. What are you seeing on first pass?
Well, I see tint and mats for $898, unless those are the gold laden mats and the gold tint. Both of those are probably just a tad bit overpriced. Trade allowance, I would think that perhaps his car could be worth a little more. If it were me, I would take his car and I would go online to Carvana, CarMax, and Vroom, do their online request for a quote to see what they might offer him for it. So perhaps he can work this dealer for a little more trade allowance.
Good place to plug. We have the back at joinyaa.com/guide/trade-in, the trade-in tactics for success. You outline step-by-step how to do that. So definitely check that out before just accepting the dealer's $18,000 offer.
And the other thing I find just a tad unnerving is the pre-delivery service charge for $799. Not quite sure what that is because Toyota Motor Corporation pays for the pre-delivery inspection that is required to be done on the vehicle before it can be sold. So why they would be charging the customer an additional $799 for something that Toyota has already paid for just looks like a money grab to me. So if it were me, the first thing I would talk to them about is the pre-delivery service charge, and I would remind them that through warranty claim, Toyota reimburses them for the pre-delivery inspection, and they also and that's done by an internal RO, a repair order. So on that RO, the new car manager said, let's put tint and floor mats in the vehicle. So if you didn't want the tint or the floor mats, and if you're in Florida, you probably do want the tint, I would at least try to negotiate the price of those items, saying, hey, I have no problem paying for things that you've already installed on the vehicle, but I would only like to pay your internal cost for those items, okay? Because there is an internal cost. They got charged from the parts and service departments for the mats and the tint and the installation. So what's $898 on the retail side might be $250, $300 on the wholesale side. So I would suggest, hey, how about I pay you for the tint and the mats? I'll pay you the internal cost for those. Just ask your sales manager if he can provide me with a copy of the internal RO showing what those costs were, and I'll be more than happy to pay the internal cost of those.
Perfect. Okay, so that's the train of thought when you're looking at this deal. Also, I'll mention the pre-delivery service charge. I don't see a dock fee on this out-the-door price. I think that's probably what that one is. And again, in the state of Florida, dock fees can range anywhere from a couple $100 to over $1,000.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking that one is here on this worksheet, Pops. On the tints and mats,
I would love to know what the asterisk leads to for that, but I don't think we...
No, we don't have it.
Yeah, so...
All right, let's look at another deal, Pops. Way to break that one down, and I love the train of thought with the tints and mats. Like, ask your sales manager what the cost was on the internal RO. I'll pay the cost. I think that in today's world, that has an actual chance of working. Not, you're likely going to have to pay for some of it, not all of it. Here we go, Pops. This one comes by way of Tyrese. He's trying to buy a 2021 Range Rover Evoque, actually from Land Rover of Alexandria, kind of near your old stomping grounds in the DMV.
Yes.
Let's break down what we're looking at here on his out the door worksheet, and let's talk through again your strategy for how you would approach the salesperson or sales manager in this case.
Well, the first thing I noticed is they were. I don't know if the market value is the MSRP on the car, or
It is.
okay. So they're getting $1,000 discount off of the MSRP on the car. However, the dealership is more than making up for that with $3,769.41 worth of optional items. What are those optional items? Are they dealer installed accessories like ceramic coat or paint and leather treatment, window tint, door edge guards, things of that nature?
So it has that here, Pops. It has advanced ceramic tech is $1,695. Low jack. This is one of the highest low jacks I've ever seen. $1,195.
Yes.
Inflation's hitting low jack. Nuven Air, which is $300, and Protection Pack, which is $580. That gets you to your $3,769.41 of optional items, which are then being financed in your loan, which is, yeah, fantastic.
Yes, and then they have their $799 dock fee, which is $300 higher than what it would be if you found the equivalent car in an equivalent deal at, say, a dealer in Maryland, because in Maryland the dock fee is capped at $500. Once again, when it comes to the optional items, whether or not you wanted them is one thing. If you would accept them, then let's talk about the advanced ceramic tech, which is a paint and leather treatment, okay, for $1,695. That internally, with the warranty, I'm guessing might cost the dealer $250, maybe $300.
So coach us through. How are you approaching that conversation?
Yeah, so I would once again say, hey, I don't necessarily want this stuff, but if I have to take it, I'm only willing to pay what the internal cost was to the sales department when they had it installed on the vehicle. So please ask your sales manager if he can share with me the RO from the service department showing the costs, the internal costs, or if he can show me a printout sheet from your CRM system that shows the total breakdown of the costs of the new vehicle being sold, and that will list all the internal costs for these various items. So you could probably get that $3,769 down to a few hundred, maybe $1,000.
Gotcha. So that's kind of the expectation that you would want to set. You mentioned the warranty, Dad. So each of these individual products, just like when you buy a car, the car comes with a warranty. Well, each of the individual products that are sold as part of the car deal also have their own warranty. If you cancel these products, you can help me out in understanding this, Dad. The ceramic tech's already been applied. The low jack's already been applied. Can you cancel these products and it just kind of gets rid of the warranty?
Low jack has already been installed on the car, and it's been installed on a car at a certain cost. Maybe that cost is $385, maybe it's $520, whatever it is. Okay, and if the customer didn't want it, that cost would still be associated with the car, but they wouldn't have any low jack protection, any coverage from low jack, because they chose not to purchase it.
Gotcha.
When it comes to this, so it's on the car. You can't, if you agree to buy it and you want it, you can't cancel low jack. The ceramic tech is a product that's been applied to the car, but there is a warranty that is part and parcel of that product. And you can choose, say, okay, it's on the car. I don't want the warranty. I don't want the product. So just charge me what the internal cost was without the warranty coverage for it. So it's on the car, but if you have an issue, you wouldn't be able to make a warranty claim against it.
Got it.
The new veneer, what the hell is that? It's probably some form of nitrogen, and you can't cancel that. There's no warranty on that, and the protection pack of $580. Well, that seems like a double charge because, the ceramic tech's a protection package and the low jack is a protection package. I don't know what's left for the 580 unless, once again, those gold-filled floor mats.
So just to give some context here, there was another deal. This is from Ben. It was a 2021 Jeep Wrangler. And we can see here on his out-the-door price, there are no accessories and there is no additional dealer markup. This is just to kind of show you can get a deal at MSRP plus dock fee, which in this case is $220 in his state. This is a heck of a deal in this market. And this is kind of set expectations. So the previous two that we looked at, great coaching from you, Pops. Thank you for that. Always love when you coach and kind of give us the word tracks that we should use as customers. But here's reality. You can still get deals at MSRP, and that's a heck of a deal in a market that we're in currently, 2021 and likely 2022 as well.
And let's face it, even at MSRP, if it's a Jeep product, so between all the incentives from Stellantis, there's probably 10% margin built into that car. So, if it's a $47,000 car, that means there's $4,700 in dealer profit built into the car. I don't know a dealer in America that wouldn't accept a $4,700 profit for selling a vehicle. And maybe there's some because they're greedy enough to ask for an extra $200,000 in some cases. But in the old days, 2 years ago, they would have been happy to give up $4,000 of that $4,700. So yes, unfortunately, a good deal today is MSRP, and trust me, at MSRP on the high trim level cars, they're making a nice profit margin at those numbers.